Y'all, it is the leak that we've all been waiting for. Shout out to Peyton Watson, career night. This was an interesting game, to say the least. The Nuggets very clearly were not interested in giving maximum effort. And on that end, the Pelicans gave them exactly what they deserved. A hard-fought game that almost went down to the wire in the fourth quarter. Nikola Jokic fouls out. I don't know the last time he's fouled out. But y'all, Peyton Watson, what a game. This is the kind of game that you hope you see from Peyton Watson. And man, oh man, we got a lot of stuff to get into, including Zeke Naji. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get it. The Denver Nuggets beat the New Orleans Pelicans in a game that was a lot closer than it should have been. But look, man, sometimes NBA teams, they're going to do this. They will come into a game knowing full well we are not about to give maximum effort in this situation. It's not going to happen. It's just simply not going to happen. And that is exactly what tonight was. First off, before you even get to the Nuggets, I want to give Derek Queen a shout out. Derek Queen, I believe, played versus Denver the last game, and he did actually. And, that was like a, welcome to the NBA moment. The Nuggets just ran roughshod over the Pelicans. They caught them, at the time of the year when the Nuggets are trying to come out with intensity and, not prove a point, but they really want to solidify themselves. And they just came out hunting. And today they did not. Derek Queen today had a very good game. He had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks today. He competed really hard, had a really efficient game, really good off the dribble, especially for a rookie. Very much like Alex Sarr's game last year. If the Nuggets just decide they're not going to play defense, Jokic decide not going to play defense, then these rookie centers, they're excited. They're trying to play versus Joker. They want to play versus Joker, and so they're going to make it a point to try to go at him and go at the Nuggets team. And so he had a really good game. Shout out to him. Nikola Jokic had another triple-double in 3 quarters. He had 28 points, 12 assists, 11 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. He had 9 turnovers today, meaning lazy with the basketball, passing the ball lower over the place. He was 6 of 7 from the free throw line for 86%, 2 of 4 from 3, love it, 10 for 18 from 2, missed some bunnies today. He had like a 66 true shooting, so he continues to drop his true shooting, which is crazy that he started out so well already this year. Peyton Watson is the man of the hour, though, y'all. Peyton Watson, 32 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal and 4 turnovers. And he also was 5 of 9 from 3 today for 55%, 3 of 19 from the field. Just great performance from Peyton Watson. I love the fact that he is just getting more and more confident. David Adelman is trusting him to run the 2-guard spot, and he did well today, played very well. I'm not going to blame him for the defensive stuff just because everybody's defense was off today. Cam Johnson had some really good moments later in the game, but Cam Johnson, 14 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds today. Also had a steal, really great steal at the end of the game. He was 1 of 3 from 3, 6 of 8 from the field. You love to see it. 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, but 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a +2. All in all, the starters were good together for the most part. Jamal Murray was only 5 of 14 from the field. He had 16 points and 8 assists. We're kind of getting back to that Jamal of inefficient play, inefficient jumper, not playing super great. He just got strapped. Like, it's nothing else other than he got strapped by Herb Jones today. He also had 3 turnovers. Jokic and Jamal had 12 turnovers between the two of them. And then Zeke Naji, 2 points, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, -18. Yeah, man, Naji is an interesting player. I think that a part of Adelman's strategy, he simply wanted, I think, to give Zeke Naji an opportunity to prove he can be the backup 4 on this roster. I think the Nuggets want to play bigger. They know they can play bigger, but a lot of this is contingent on Peyton play more your natural position, which is 2 and 3. Naji play your position, which is power forward. And we're going to put you next to Nikola Jokic. But today, Zeke Naji just was, the Pelicans were collapsing on the space between him and Peyton Watson. They were gambling. They got out to a really, really good lead on the Pelican side. And it kind of looked like the Bulls game a little bit, where it just looked like the Nuggets were just they were just going to kind of, again, lollygag for most of the day. They were up 13. The Pelicans were. The Nuggets did get a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter. There were 11 lead changes tonight. Zeke is just, he's just not a very effective player. And I think everybody would have hoped that by year 6, that Zeke Naji would just be more polished than what he is. I don't have a lot of criticism for Zeke, just simply because he's not playing well, and everybody knows it, and he knows it, and the team knows it. So there's no point in trying to dunk on him, and I don't want to dunk on him either, but I think the strategy is, and again, my strategy that I think they're trying to get to, play bigger. Zeke Naji is the seventh highest paid player on our roster. This year, technically, he's the 5th highest paid player on the roster. Or 6th behind Jonas Valanciunas. He's making $8 million a year. He has 2 more years left on this deal after this. In their mind, they're like, Zeke, we want you to play better. We want to play you. We wish we could play you. We wish we had OKC's level of rotation where you were giving valuable minutes, at least on defense. And last year he did that for stretches. But y'all, Zeke is so young. Like, Zeke is 24 years old. Like, he's 6'10", 6'9". You're your 6th year of your career, but his development has just not been there. Now, again, maybe it's a new situation. Maybe it's like there's too much pressure. He's been somewhere for too long, been with his coaching staff the entire time, and it's just the formula is not working for him. But Zeke Naji, he just doesn't have whatever the thing is up here that I think helps you to progress and move forward and grow and expand your game. It's just not clicking yet. Again, very young. He's 4 years away from when you're in your prime, basically. But I don't know. I think they wanted to give him a shot. And they let him close the game. By the way, they let him close the game knowing that he was hurting the team early. But again, you're playing the Pelicans. If you can't play versus the Pelicans, Zeke Naji, who can we trust you to play against? That's going to be the question. If we can't trust Zeke Naji to start and fill for Aaron Gordon in 26 minutes versus the Pelicans, who else can we trust for you to play against? We're down Christian Brown. We're down Aaron Gordon today, just for maintenance. So I want him to figure it out because I want him to be able to be as good as he wants to be. But the team right now, he's just not helping. Jokic with a +9, Cam +2, Peyton Watson +3. Off the bench, Tim Hardaway was a +11. He had 7 points, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 of 9 from the field. Got good looks from 3. Made a big one. He's not been shooting well the last 2 games, but again, like that's what shooters do. They go in and out. Bruce Brown, 27 minutes today, y'all. He was 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 12 points. He had 3 steals, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was a +22. +22. Very good game from him. The defense matters. And, again, they went with more size because they were playing Derek Queen and Zion. So they didn't want to have, Bruce Brown out there with Cam Johnson and Jamal because that's going small, and then Peyton Watson. So they went Zeke for size versus Zion. But then Bruce Brown got squeezed out of the rotation a little bit, and then that effectively kind of put them where they were. So, like I said, man, I think Bruce is going to continue to be really good for this team. It's not always going to show up on the box score, but it's just the defensive intensity, the pace, the aggressiveness, and I think the shot will also get there as time goes on. I think Cam Johnson's finding his rhythm now. The last 2 games are, I think, signs he's finding his rhythm with this team. And I think things hopefully will continue to improve for him as a shooter, just an overall, just how he plays basketball and how he continues to really motivate this team, especially off of the bench. But I am curious, like I said, the Zeke Naji question is, what is his role going to be with the year? And with Peyton Watson, Peyton is showing that he's gotten better. he is making different decisions with the ball. Now, he had a really bad turnover late in the game today. You know, he should have passed the ball ahead to Yoke, dribble the ball a little too much. Derek Queen, after a missed free throw, swipes the ball away. They score off of that. So he's not perfect. He's still growing. He's still very young. In year 4, but 32 points on 13 and 19 is 32 points on 13 and 19. 5 and 9 from 3 is 5 and 9 from 3. 12 rebounds is 12 rebounds. And he's a really good defensive player as well. So he's showing I can be a two-way player. He looks like he's going to be a piece for this team either long-term or in a different scenario. So, yeah, man, this team is they're really good. Down Aaron Gordon and Brown, not as good. But they got the win, and they should have won by double digits, y'all. This is now the 12th out of the 13th game this year that the Nuggets have been up on it in a game by 12 or more. So really dominant start to the year off, 10-3. They're on a 64-65 win pace so far. And then they play the Houston Rockets on Friday. And now that should be a game everybody's up for. That should be a game everybody wants to play. The Houston Rockets are shooting 42% from 3 on the year. They have 7 players shooting above 40%, and they got 6 players shooting above 44% from 3, I believe, right now. So they're shooting like out of this world to start the year off. And this is going to be a really, really big game on Friday. And I think you get to see 2 of the 3 best teams in the West go at it. So, you know, I think this is the game where they just didn't want to give maximum effort, and they were in a longer game than they should have been. Jokic fouled out. The last one, you know, he got an extension. Trey Murphy kind of grabbed at his arm, but Jokic was being, you know, too much with his hands. He gets fouled out. And the numbers look really good. I think he was good, but he clearly also was not showing the same level of intensity as he has versus the Clippers or versus other teams that he's played this year or versus, like, even the Wolves. So, but these are the games that happen over the course of the year where you're just kind of like getting through the game. And they tried to do this versus the Bulls, and then the Bulls beat them. So the Nuggets, they're still like, they have weaknesses. But the Pelicans only shot 7 of 34 from 3. The Nuggets only shot 11 of 31. But they shot 55% from the field. They went to the free throw line 27 times. So that aided them. But overall, y'all, the Nuggets get a win. They get ready to play the Pelicans. They play the Houston Rockets here soon. That's going to be, I think, a good game, an important game, a good measuring stick game just to see, and not even just like measuring stick, let me not say that, but a competitive game versus a team that has playoffs aspiration, late round playoff aspiration, that want similar things to you. And so now you get a chance to go out and see if you can get a win on the road, and then you got Sacramento, then you got Memphis, San Antonio, Phoenix, and Dallas, and Indiana, and Atlanta, and Charlotte. Like, you have a lot of really winnable games coming up after that. So, you know, go out and take care of business versus the Houston Rockets is what I would say. Which y'all know what time it is. This is Swipa, man. Locked on Nuggets tomorrow, and then we will have Player's Choice in the morning at 11 o'clock. Y'all my folk, man. Y'all know I love y'all. Really appreciate this. Y'all my people, man. Shout out to y'all. I'll see y'all on the other side.